So welcome back students to our channel Ach'z, and here we are going to discuss about the cue cards. Last day we discussed till 38. Now we are going to start from 39. Okay, so I hope you all are ready to hear it out. You need to prepare your own answers too. Anyway, we will see about the cue cards. Describe a water sports. If I'm talking about the southern India, because I'm from southern India, so if we are talking in the sense, definitely we will say about the boat race. It's like a festival in Kerala. Okay, so you can just say about any water sports. So what it is, how it is played, when you see this, and how you know about this, and explain its peculiarities. Any type of water sports, okay, about the deep sea diving, or about the diving, okay, or the surfing, anything you can just say about. Next one, talk about a speech you listen to. It is very common nowadays to listen to some motivational speech and all, right, from the famous speakers. So you can just talk about any experience like that. Who delivered it, where you listened to it, what it was about, and say if you liked the speech, what you liked about the speech too. Moving further, describe an occasion when you found it difficult to understand something in English. So for this particular cue card, you need to say about your childhood experience. Like that means when any foreign person came to your school and they made a seminar or something like that, that time you find difficult to understand what they are talking about, and you just seek for your teacher's help to understand what they are talking about, like that. Some long back experience you need to talk about, because now you are appearing for Ielts exam. If you are saying that now I can't able to understand English in the sense, definitely that will influence your score. So talk about a school or college experience, okay, long back experience, okay, according to your age. So the sub question, where you were, whom you were listening or reading to, explain whether lack of understanding was a problem and how you dealt with it. So the next one, describe a festival of your country. So you need to talk about your country. If India, in the sense, you can talk about Diwali, Holi, okay, any festival of your own country, not about the Christmas or Halloween days and all. It's international festivals. So what it is, when it is celebrated, how it is celebrated, and how you feel about it. Next one, describe a museum or art gallery you have visited. You need to talk about a museum or any type of art gallery you have visited, where it is situated, why you went there, what all are the things displayed, and why you particularly remember the place. Whether any speciality, or now also you are remembering about that particular visit now, so what is the reason behind that. Next one, describe a photograph that you have taken yourself or seen in a book which you particularly like. About any selfies or any type of photograph you just took, that means your family photo or any landscapes or any portraits, or you just watched, or you just seen any photograph in a book, okay, in the sense you can just talk about that, what the picture shows, where you saw it, why you particularly like it, and how you feel about it. Next one, talk about your favorite adult game. So here you can just give an introduction related to the games. It having a major role in our life to make our body and also mind relaxed or energetic, we can say. So you can just give an intro like that, and what game is it, when you play it, and why you like it. You can just say about the chess or any type of game, adult games, okay. Next one, talk about an old item which you have kept in your home for a long time. You are keeping that particular item in your home for a long time. Any old album or any your childhood stamp collecting book, okay, any type of old item, any jewelry, you can just talk about any handicraft items. So what it is, how many years was it with you, and whether you still have it, why is it important to you. Whether someone handed over it to you, in the sense, definitely we will keep it, even though it having some damage and all, in the sense we don't throw it away, right. The person is so important for us, in the sense. Next one, describe a competition or a contest that you have entered. Now we are living in a competitive world also, so you need to talk about a competition or a contest that you entered. That means it's in the past. So when the competition took place, where was it, what you had to do, that means about the role or your task, how well you did it, what was the reaction from your, if it is school experience and all, in the sense about the prize, you can talk about your teachers reaction, about your peer groups reactions, you can talk about. Next one, talk about your favorite TV presenter, or else they can ask about your favorite actor or actress. So according to the question, you can just reply for that, who is it, when you watched his or her program, about the hosting, you can say, and why you like this person. Maybe she is so energetic, or you like the voice, or you like the language, or you like the interaction with the audience, the stage appearance, the costume, whatever it is. So the next one, describe a time you got a valuable advice from someone. You got advice from someone, that may be medical advice, or related to your professional life. We will take so many advices now after the +2 about the career options. We will ask for the advices in our personal life. We will take advices from our parents. So you can just say about any valuable advice you got from someone. So what was the advice, when it was, why the person gave you an advice, and how you felt about it, about your reaction, whether you accepted it or you find it so weird. Okay. Next one, describe a person from your childhood whom you particularly admired. So you need to talk about a person from your childhood you particularly admired. So that may be your teacher, or your uncle, whoever you can talk about. Who is that person? Your relationship with that particular person, what he or she did, and why you admired about this person. About the celebrities also you can talk about. Mostly in our childhood days and all, we admire some film stars or sports persons. Okay, so you can just talk about that person. Next one, describe something you constructed for someone you love. That means any handmade gift. Okay, describe a handmade gift you given to someone. What it was, whom you given, what was the occasion, and how she or he reacted during the Christmas season and all. I think the students love to make some Christmas card or greeting cards and all. So you can just say about your experience. Next one, describe a goal you want to achieve in the future. You want to achieve in the future, that means it's a long-term goal, we can say. Okay, to reach a country, or to get any job, or to build a new house, whatever. So what the goal is, what would you do to achieve it, when will you achieve, and explain why you want to achieve it. Moving further, talk about an international problem. So any international problem you need to talk about. Actually, COVID, it's an international problem, right? Affected all over the world. So like that, some international problem you need to talk about. So what the problem is, how it affected the people, what is the solution, and how you feel about it. Next one, talk about a bad experience you had with your teacher. Maybe she scolded you, or related to any aspect you are not comfortable with the way of teaching, or the present tense, whatever it is. You got a bad experience. Maybe she used some unwanted words and all, and it really hurts, in the sense you can just say about that experience. Okay, so when it was, where it happened, what was the situation, and how you felt. So the next thing, describe an organized event you attended. Organized in the sense pre-planned. Or else they can ask you about, describe an interesting or important event in your life. Any type of event you can talk about. So when was it, where it was, what was the event, and why you choose to see the event. Next one, describe a wedding you have been or heard about. The previously, that particular event, now you just prepared with the wedding event, in the sense same thing you can apply here also. Describe a wedding you have seen or heard about, or else they can ask about the celebration you remember, any type of celebration. Wedding is also a great celebration, right? So when was it, who all were with you, why it was enjoyable, and explain the event in detail. So the next one, describe a character in a book you have read or film you have seen. So if you are interested to watch out so many movies and all, means you can just talk about your favorite character, or else you like to read different novels and you have a favorite character, in the sense you can just say about that, like Harry Potter and all. Why you chose this character, when you read or saw this book or film, how this character influenced you, and do you know anyone same like this character, same character, that means about the nature you can just talk about. Next one, describe an ideal place to live, or else they can ask about describe a house or an apartment you like to live. Okay, so ideal place, that may be about any house or apartment. Okay, your dream house you can talk about. Where it would be, how big it would be, explain that in detail, and do you think you will live in this house one day? Okay, and the next one, describe a city or town other than your hometown you know well. So you need to talk about a city or town, but you are not allowed to talk about your hometown. Okay, any other town or city, where it is, which part of city you are most familiar with, and explain the important landmarks and places to visit. If there is any tourist destination and all, means you can just say about that. And what makes the city or town more special, maybe the cuisines, or maybe the nature beauty, or maybe any particular sanatoriums, or any museums, or any art galleries. Okay, so you can just say about that. Next one, talk about a child in your locality, any naughty child you can just talk about. Who is it, when you met, and what qualities you noticed, and why do you like this child? Maybe he is so clever or so naughty. Okay, next one, talk about a machine or any electronic item you have brought recently. You need to talk about any electronic item, your mobile phone, laptop, a washing machine, any household utensils also you can just talk about, any machine, your vehicle. So what the item is, when you brought it, why you brought it, how it affected or influenced your life, how it influenced, that means how that machine made your life so easy, if it is easy in the sense. Next one, your favorite restaurant. If you are a foodie person, means definitely you can just talk more about this particular cue card. So which is it, where is it, when you like to go, and why you like this restaurant. Maybe different cuisines will be stored, like Mexican, Italian, Chinese, and also the continental varieties. So there are so many factors we love one restaurant. I am a foodie person, so I can just say about that. So the next card, talk about a book you have read in your childhood. So it's a it's about your childhood days. The book, any comic book or any story books, small story books and all, now we like to read in our childhood days. So you can just say about that, or else they can ask about, talk about your favorite children's story, the king and the spider, or the rabbit and the turtle. Any stories you can just say about. What was the name or the title, who wrote it, when you read the book, and why you like it. Next one, describe the transport system in your country. It's about the entire transport system. Okay, we have railway system, the air travel, then the road system. So all about the transport system in your country. What forms of transports are involved, which is the most useful one, whether it is enjoyable or not, and explain how you would make your journey more pleasant. So the next one, talk about a health problem you once had. You already affected with the COVID, in the sense you can just say about that, because more to say now. From the first signs and symptoms onwards, the investigation, the long journey, the isolation time, if the hospital stay, in the sense that time, then treatment. Okay, if not, in the sense any medical conditions you can talk about, any health problem, even a flu situation also you can just say. What was the problem, when you had it, why it occurred, and how it gets solved. Next one, describe a traditional meal in your country. Any traditional meal in your country you can just talk about. What meal is it, how it is prepared, what are the specialities, and whether you enjoy the traditional meal of your country. Next one, describe a building or construction you have seen that impressed you. Any building or any construction, that may be old or new skyscrapers, or the old buildings you can just say about. What it was, old or new construction, where it was, how big it was, and explain why you liked or disliked about it. Commercial or residential. Okay, next one, describe a peaceful place, that means any halcyon place or a calm and quiet place you would like to go. What place is it, what kind of place do people select to sit alone, whether it is possible to be alone, and how you feel when you are alone. Next one, talk about an exercise that you follow regularly, or else they can ask you about, talk about an activity that make you fit. Jogging, walking, going to the gymnasium, or else yoga, meditation, exercise in the sense cardiac workout, or Zumba, any type. What it is, who suggested that to you, when you like to do it, how you feel about it. Next one, describe an incident that make you laugh a lot. Any incident, many funny moments we will share with our friends now. Maybe any type of jokes, any incidents, or some moments with our kids in the sense we will enjoy. So what was the incident, where it took place, who else was with you, and how you felt about it. Next one, talk about a walk with your friend or loved one you remember. So you need to talk about a walk. If you are regularly going for a walk, that means morning walk with your partner, in this sense you can just say about that. Or about the friend, if they are specifically questioning about the friend, means you can just say about any trip you made and had a walk in between. Okay, so when was it, where was it, with whom you walked, and why you remember that particular walk. Anything happened in between, in the sense you can just say that. Next one, describe a letter you wrote to someone but didn't post. You written that particular letter but you didn't post. Maybe you are not having so courage, according to the matter, we can say. If the matter is not so pleasant, in the sense, we will come back now to post it out. Now we are not sending or receiving any letter. You can just say about the past memories and all. So when you wrote it, who was it written to you, what was the content, and explain why you could not post it, what was the reason behind that. And the last one, talk about a dream you have seen. You need to talk about a dream you have seen, any scary dream or any pleasant dream you can talk about. When you saw it, what was the dream, how it affected you, and say why you still remember the dream. So that's all about the 73 most important cue cards for the duration of Jan to April 2023. So if there is any new cue cards added, in the sense, definitely I will inform you regarding that. And if you need any type of assistance to prepare the sample or the model answer for these cards, in the sense, try to comment that below. So it's the part 2 section. Try to go through the part 1 also. I will just mention about that in the description. That means about the link, you can just check it out that too. So that's it. All the very best, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. So if you find these videos are really helpful in your IELTS preparation, and click on the bell icon nearby to get notification to you, because I'm getting so many messages that you are not at all receiving the notifications. Why? In the sense, you are not clicking on the bell icon and you are not following us. So try to do that too. And if you need any assistance, that means individual attention in any module, in this sense, you can just join for our online classes. It's available. Admissions are open according to this time slot. That means free time slot, we will take the admissions. So you can just contact via the WhatsApp number here. And for writing correction service also you can contact. If you find any module difficult, in the sense, try to contact freely for that. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.